Welcome to another episode of Sketchman Draws. This is Boris, Sketchman Boris. um, I have a meeting tomorrow with my future writer for another children's book that I'm working on, and so as you can see, I've already done like a test, just to have a style of coloring for the book, and it's going to be colored digitally because I'm going to do it, and I only know how to color digitally. I'm using Clip Studio Paint, by the way. And today, basically, I wanted to do this live, but I don't want to have to deal with connection problems and so on. So I'm just doing it pre-recorded. So here I've just taken the same drawing, the line art, and I've just put here. So let me. Maybe I can reduce this a little bit. Oops. Okay, I'm not touching that. Yeah, just to make it so that at least you see the whole canvas. Okay. So the first idea, so I have three ideas for the moment, and the fourth one we'll see. The first idea I had was to use markers, and let me. So let's say the colors are. So let me put the flat colors here. This one for the. So again, for the skin, we are not sure yet. We might change in the future, but for the moment, we're going to keep this one. I don't know, for the suitcase, maybe this one. And again, all these can be changed. It's just to show like what it would look like. And so that was shirt is white, and actually I don't know. I think maybe the suitcase could be this color, because so I'm trying to figure out what color I used. And in the background, I used, I guess, sort of this color. No. Okay. Well, for the background, we'll talk about it because I don't know how they will look like with different tools. So okay, let's go. Let's look at, so markers. Actually, you have to go to, in Clip Studio Paint, you have to go to like pen. Wait, there's also inject, but no. Yeah, you have to go to. So you have dot pen, fill in, mood, mono pen. I don't know. Milli pen, marker. Okay, marker. Okay, marker pen. Let's see what markers look like. So, so of course the colors are on on a different layer. I can change the brush size. Oh, the marker is too flat. Can I? Okay. I don't think it changes anything. Ah, okay, opacity. Okay, I don't like that. Huh, I'm not really a fan. Let's try felt pen. Okay, this is more like the marker feel that I wanted. So of course, it will never replace the actual markers right on paper. So you know, I can allow I can allow to myself to go back and do this. What if, so if when there's an overlap like this, but I don't want the overlap, I guess, yeah, I can do this. So I guess for the second layer I can do the folds, but the fact this is what I don't like about markers and tech pens, the deadline. Okay, I'm not a fan of the marker. Doesn't look good. Or at least, I mean, I don't know how to use it properly. That's probably it. And then this is dot pen. Oh, this is the flat. Oh, this is the flat one, but yeah, but for this one is like everything is high, but still it's too light. I like the flat markers actually, but the it's just too, yeah, it's too light. Have to require a lot of yeah, you can create interesting, but yeah, it's just okay, maybe I can do this. Like put the flat colors, just fill them in like this. Okay, just making sure that I'm not off the screen. I don't want to say anything about the story, of course, because you know, I want you guys to buy it. And for those in yeah, again, I shouldn't be saying this, but stay tuned. That's all I'm going to say. this is just so I'm going to call this flats. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Sorry about that. So I'm going to take the flat. So I imagine the light is coming from the top. So I'm using the same. Oh, okay. So I have to be in the same layer, right? Oh no. Okay. Then let me put this in multiply. Yeah, I kind of like the subtle effect that creates. And then I can actually go to black and do this. Kind of suggest a cast shadow in certain areas. My software is auto-saving, so yeah, it's kind of good. Let me try the flats now. So again, I can do this. I can create another layer with set to screen and see if like I like create that kind of shiny surface. I'm hoping he'll the writer will like it. I like the stories that he has written. So we still haven't built the character up and so on, so I don't know. This looks like something that could not be in a children's book, but rather in. But again, anything could be in like in a like text English textbook and stuff. Okay, so that's one thing. The second one that I wanted to do was color pencils. Oh, pastel. Pastel is great. Like crayon. Let's see. Yeah, it's amazing what you can do. I don't know, there's an idea in the back of my head of like, I want the children to draw. I mean, I want everybody to draw, but like it's just to show that, you know, you can. I mean, they cannot. I mean, of course they can use iPad and so on, but you can try this. Like, you know, you can like draw this because, especially with this, like for example, the reason I was disappointed with the markers just now with the number one test that I did is because, yeah, you don't see the strokes. So, and when you see the strokes like this, I mean, first of all, it will be a lot of work because you have to do this for whole images. But also, it's, you know, it's time consuming, so. But it's interesting. I think there's something here. I like flat colors as long as the, like in the comic books, the inker, the line work has already shadows and so on. But here it's just purely just line art. So my idea was to like have the shadows be part of the coloring process. So speaking of children's book, yeah. Oh, actually, I didn't do the background for the previous one. Let me color this and go back. Oh, so the second layer of pastel actually covers the first layer. And these settings, like, I mean, again, I'm not going into depth of these things, but you can change all these things. You can play with them, but I just wanted to show. I just wanted to see what Clip Studio is on offer. So the background, I'll put it under, and oh, that's too big. I don't know why this popped in my mind. It kind of, if this reminds you of that episode of Scooby-Doo where they go to a house where there's a headless ghost. Okay, so these are the flats, and then I don't know, like it's very automatic, it's very easy, people will say, but anyway, as long as it's like, you know, it gets the job done. Like I don't know, I don't want to criticize anything or anybody, but I'm not the kind of person who draws to impress other artists. I tried to do that in the beginning, and I think but then they are, you know, it doesn't really matter. Like, you just, at the end of the day, your goal is to make a living as an artist. So maybe shadows on another layer so I can play with the opacity. Yeah, then I like this. Maybe shadows a little bit. No, actually, yeah. I like that dirtiness. Probably why I named myself Sketchman. So that was I was wanting to do color pencils, but that became crayon. So I'm just going to put crayons or pastel. So I put bold colors, but okay, I'm thinking of, because I've already done the flat colors for the marker, I'm going to cheat and bring the flat colors here instead of doing that whole process again. Okay, this is why I this is why I love digital. Okay, so for this one, yeah, I'm going to use my favorite watercolor brush. So I don't even know the name because it's in Japanese, and I just was trying watercolor brushes and I found this one. Okay. So I guess I'll also have a layer called shadows. Well, it's not that different. Well, a little bit. So this one is with flat colors with shading done in watercolor brush. Again, these two are more interesting. Okay, what should we do with the last one? Let me save. That will give me the time to think a little bit. Like oil. There's also ink. So, like, yeah, I think running ink was like, I remember one of my favorites. Let's try running ink. There's the airbrush thing, but there's so many books out there with airbrush that I don't like. Makes it look plastic. It's too light. Maybe thickness. What if I increase the opacity? Still too light. Okay, what about the darker bleed? Okay, this could be interesting actually. Lighter ink. Okay, let me. Lighter ink. I like the line quality of it, but I don't like to use it as a coloring brush. the lighter ink is, oh. Oh wow, okay, wait. So the thing with this is that you have to do everything in the same layer, which again, at some point I have to work like that, because otherwise all the art will look alike. I mean, yes, it can look alike, but you know, you get bored, you want some new stuff for yourself. I mean, even none of this gets accepted, at least I've always wanted to do this, and sometimes, you know, when you do stuff for yourself, you don't do them, so that's why I made this into a video, so that I can kind of force myself to do it and explore, if that makes any sense. It also changes the is this similar to yeah, the first one is a little bit smoother. Huh. Yeah, it looks smoother or lighter than this one. I kind of like this. Let's try the background. Hmm. Yeah. I don't know. I want to try one more, like oil. For some reason that came up in my mind. So I'm just going to call this ink, or like ink gouache. Oh yeah, that's why I probably like it, because I like ink gouache. So the oil paint is here. Oh, gouache. Wait. Why didn't I notice that before? Wait, this is gouache. Maybe if I reduce the amount of paint. So I'm trying to see like what so this is called gouache, and then dry gouache is, oh wow, okay. Oh, sorry. Yes, yes. Like dry gouache like this. This could be, the dry gouache could be, okay. Okay, let me do the gouache for flat first. Okay, we got the and so now if I use the dry gouache, oh sorry, I didn't notice that. I was like, why? For some reason I should have moved, like, I don't know, somehow I moved the window out of its place. Okay, I think it's time to stop a bit because I don't know, I'm kind of yeah, running out of ideas in a way. So but gouache doesn't seem to be like a bad idea at all. Like, especially with the, like, if you leave stuff like open areas like this for like highlight. And then do oh, this is what I hate when I did that in the multiply layer. Sorry, yeah. I should do it in the flat layer. Then dry gouache. See, dry gouache like looks like this. Yeah. very crude idea of coloring. Because I'm also learning, so okay. So yeah, sorry about that little moment where the window was off screen, but hopefully you got something out of this. If not, just the fact that you can do tests and see the different outcomes. For me, I don't know. Let me know in the comment section about which one do you prefer. So this is completely done. The first one is completely done in watercolor, brush, shading, and all. This one was like markers, crayons. This is flat color with watercolor as shading. This one is the ink wash, colored ink wash, and this one is gouache. So yeah, so thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Please like, share, and subscribe, and please are always open to respond to your comments and suggestions for future videos. So this is Boris for Sketchman Draws. I should say this is Sketchman Boris for Sketchman Draws. Signing off.